just received the CMF Phone 2 Pro, and I thought of unboxing it because this box is different from other phones by nothing. Let me show you why exactly in just a bit. Alright, so this is the box CMF Phone 2 Pro. Let me quickly unbox it. It's already open because it was an open box delivery by Flipkart, which is a good thing so that people don't get scammed with soap bars and things like that. Alright, so I will open up the box and here we go. There is a note says that welcome to nothing, and it is different. Like, this box is different because inside here there is something unexpected, and here we go. I think this is the first phone by nothing to have a case, like a clear transparent case inside the box. Next up is the phone itself, which we'll get to in just a bit. I actually got it in this beautiful white color. We'll get to it in a bit. Now, one more interesting thing inside the box is a charger. So there is a CMF by nothing charger inside the box itself. Now this is a 33-watt charger, so not the fastest, but at least they're providing one inside the box. That is good enough. And then finally there is this USB Type-C to Type-C cable. Where is the SIM card tool? Because the SIM card tool is actually very interesting with this phone. This is the SIM card tool. Super interesting one. I'm going to keep this. Alright, let's keep everything aside and I'll get back to the phone. That is a beautiful looking phone. Let me quickly switch it on. Currently, I'm using the Moto H60 Pro as my daily phone, and today I will be switching to the CMF Phone 2 Pro. So today will be about switching the phone and getting to know more about the CMF Phone 2 Pro, setting up my apps, testing out various things, and tomorrow I will shoot the actual day in the life. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Alright, this is the next day, and as you can see, the phone has been set up completely. I have installed my apps and I've added two widgets here for convenience. So the time and battery percentage. 10:39 AM and 29% battery. I'm going to charge it to about 85-90% with the included charger, which is a 33-watt charger. So let's go ahead and do that. 10:40 AM, 30% battery, charging started. Let's see how much time does it take to go to say 90%. Now, I've been using this phone since yesterday, so it's not been a long time, but I have noticed a couple of things about the CMF Phone 2 Pro. Number one is that while I was setting up the phone, I instantly noticed that the haptic motor is really good. So while typing on the keyboard or whenever a notification comes in and the phones vibrate, that vibration is good. Second thing is that CMF Phone 2 Pro is big. This is not a small phone by any means. So I switched over from the Motorola H60 Pro, which is a considerably narrow phone, and this is a broad phone. That's why I think it feels bigger. And I personally am a fan of smaller phones. Next thing that I want to talk about is the back panel. But before that, let me have a cup of chai and let the charging complete. After that, we'll talk about the back panel. 11:28 PM and the battery is 94%. Someone please do the math and tell me how long it took for it to go from 30 to 94%. Time to remove it from charging. So this is also actually our baseline now. That is 11:28 AM and 94% battery. Let's go. I've had my cup of chai and now let's talk about the back panel of this phone. CMF made their first ever phone last year with the CMF Phone 1, and the whole idea behind it is to make a budget smartphone which doesn't look like other budget smartphones. Industrial design for tech enthusiasts, which was also kind of modular. That modularity thing has been carried over to the CMF Phone 2 Pro as well, which is more of a marketing thing. It's not really modular. We'll get to that in just a bit. But yeah, the same philosophy is with the CMF Phone 2 Pro. There is no CMF Phone 2, directly the CMF Phone 2 Pro. It starts at 19,000 rupees, so not that expensive, and that clearly shows in the materials used. The back panel is plastic, which does not feel the most premium, but it looks good because of this dual tone finish, especially in this white color. So there's sort of this concrete finish on the bottom and plain white finish on the top. It's very unique and aligns with the brand. And there were a couple of color options like orange, teal, but I like the white one the best. That's why I went for it. I've been using the phone to reply to WhatsApp messages, taking a couple of calls, and also checking orders on Shopify. If you have seen previous day in the life videos, then you probably know that me and my wife handle the e-commerce part of my dad's business. So that's why Shopify. We do check orders every single day, and that mainly happens on the phone. So I've been doing all that stuff and using the phone for it as well. Just ordered a cup of cappuccino from Zomato. Coffee's here, and I'm also kind of taking a break from work. So let's talk about modularity. So CMF last year with the Phone 1 came up with this concept of modularity. Basically, the back panel could be removed and replaced, and along with that there were some accessories as well. Now this year CMF Phone 2 Pro is also kind of modular, but I think it is more of a marketing thing now. So first of all, the back panel cannot be replaced. You can remove these screws on the back and add a back panel. Basically add like a plate to the back panel to change its color. And the funny part is that I bought this phone on launch day and there were no replacement back panels available on Flipkart. Flipkart. And they've also launched interesting accessories like camera lenses, magnetic wallet, a lanyard loop and things like that. But none of them were available at launch. I think this modularity and these accessories are more for the media kit, because when you send these accessories to influencers, they will make videos about them and people do like modularity. So I think it's more of a marketing thing, and I don't know how many end users are actually going to attach a replacement backplate here. If you end up buying these phone, let me know your thoughts on modularity in the comment section down below. I particularly am not a fan of that, especially with this model. It's lunchtime and the first video sample that I'm showing in this video with the CMF Phone 2 Pro, shooting with the front camera which can only do 1080p, not 4K. That is a big disappointment. Currently, I'm heading out to one of our retail stores where there's a bit of a construction work going on because the ceiling literally fell. Going there to take an update about work and when can we reopen the store, because that's a big hassle. But anyway, I've been wanting to shoot more the entire day, but I've kind of been distracted with what's going on in India and around the border with Pakistan, because I cannot ignore that fact while making this video. Every now and then there's a new update that this happened, or did you see this, or did you see that, on Twitter, on WhatsApp, everywhere there are so many updates. But I've just been trying to focus on my work. It's a very weird situation and one that we have to go through, I feel. So that's all I'm going to say in this video, that I support my country 100%. I have full belief in our army that they will take the right decision, and whatever it is, we have to just go through it. Anyway, right now let's go to that retail shop. Also, quick battery update. It is 4:41 p.m. and the battery is at 69%. I have used the phone quite a lot today actually. I kept the Ether for charging. Let's see if the charging is complete. 98%. That's good enough. So currently I'm shooting with the ultra wide angle camera of this phone, which is an 8 megapixel sensor, and it cannot shoot 4K videos. It can only do 1080p videos, which again is kind of a disappointment. Like 4K videos for the ultra wide angle camera should have been there. For the front camera, it's okay for the price. Actually, it's not okay, but still I will let go of the front camera. But for the ultra wide angle camera, no 4K videos is kind of disappointing. Now I'm going alone on the Aether. My wife is not there with me because she has some work, so I won't be able to shoot while I'm riding. That's why I'll see you guys directly at the retail store. I've literally kept the camera on the gate. I'll just quickly click a photo to show you where I've kept the camera. You're seeing me and this is what I am seeing, like the camera. But anyway, I'm here, the work is going on behind. I think you can hear the drill machine. I'll try to eliminate the sound of the drill machine editing. But anyway, ever since I've come here, I've been shooting a lot of photos and videos with the CMF Phone 2 Pro because it's a beautiful evening, almost golden hour, and I want to capture good photos. There are 3 cameras on the rear side and all 3 of them are useful. So there is a 50 megapixel primary camera, a 50 megapixel 2x telephoto, and an 8 megapixel ultra wide. In terms of daylighting conditions, the photos do turn out to be good in terms of dynamic range and also in terms of the detail level. I like the overall image processing of this phone. Nothing is not too aggressive in terms of color. They keep the color kind of in the middle, like not too saturated and not undersaturated as well. Now, as far as zoom goes, this phone can go all the way up to 20x, which is not a lot but good enough for the price. And in my testing, I could click high quality photos at say 4x, 5x zoom, but beyond that, the photos didn't turn out to be that great. And in terms of portrait mode, it does a good job in terms of edge detection as well as background blur. That's where actually the telephoto camera comes into play, because with that telephoto camera, portraits do turn out to be good. So my initial impressions about the camera, especially in terms of photography, are good. But what about videography? Alright, so for cameras, currently I'm shooting with the ultra wide. As I said, it cannot do 4K, which is a disappointment. The front camera also cannot do 4K. Only the rear main camera can do 4K 30, which is not good at this price. Like, at least the ultra wide angle camera should have done 4K. But even apart from that, the video quality is just okay for this price. It's not the best out there and it is nothing to be impressed about. I think it will get the job done for social media and that's about it. So I'm not a fan of the video quality of this phone. It can definitely be better. Maybe next year nothing can improve the video quality. But as of right now, video quality is just okay for the price. And while we're on the topic of social media, I did try out, using Instagram on this smartphone, and Instagram does not support the ultra wide angle camera if you were wondering about it. Yeah, that's a point to consider. Yeah, that's the ringtone of this phone. Hello? Ooh, finally back home. It is 7:28. That was a long ride, man. I am exhausted. I've told Sugata to make me a cup of chai. So hopefully that cup of chai is ready when I get home. That's actually too much to ask. She'll make it now. Can I get a cup of chai, please? Please. Thank you. Alright, so while my wife is making that cup of chai, let's talk about a couple of strong points of the CMF Phone 2 Pro, because camera clearly is not a strong point with this smartphone. But with that being said, there are three really strong points with the CMF Phone 2 Pro. Starting with the software. This is kind of an obvious one if you've been following the journey of Nothing. So Nothing started as a brand, and one of their major focus was on software, providing a clean, fast, smooth, minimal experience. And that's exactly what I like about the software. And over the years, Nothing has built a lot of character in their operating system. Widgets, icons, fonts, colors, the entire look of the system is just awesome. And I love the fact that I can add quick settings as a widget on the home screen. So Wi-Fi, ring mode, maybe screen recording, nightlight, whatever I want, I can put it on the home screen itself, which is a super underrated feature. The look and feel of the entire system is just amazing. So software is definitely a strong point, and so is performance. I have not noticed any lags with the CMF Phone 2 Pro whatsoever. It has been a super smooth experience. Scrolling, swiping, animations, opening apps, switching between apps, everything works perfectly fine. Hence, for normal use, there are no issues whatsoever. Now, what's the third strong point? Well, that has to be the display. Oh, before that, my chai is here. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's hot. Thank you. Yeah, where was I? Yep, the display. Now, first of all, it is a flat display, which I am a fan of. I don't like curved displays. Flat displays are the best out there. It is also AMOLED 120Hz with symmetrical bezels. Although those bezels are a bit thick, they are not the slimmest out there. That is completely okay for the price of this phone. See, the panel quality matters, and that is great. That's great, right? Three strong points: software, performance, and display. But what about battery life? Well, that we'll get to know towards the end of this video. Right now, I can give you a battery update. It is 747 and 52% battery left. So yeah, that's the battery update. Alright, I'm ready again. Actually, we are ready again. We're going out because it's my brother-in-law's birthday today. My wife and everyone are already downstairs. They're waiting for me. And right now, I'm only taking the phone with me, not my camera. My camera is here, if you can see. Here. I'm not taking my camera because I don't want to take it. I'm just going to shoot with the phone. Happy birthday. Thank you, buddy. Chale? Pairing this phone to Android Auto for the first time. Let's play some music. Done. Wireless Android Auto. Alright, good morning everyone. This is actually the next day. Yesterday night we came back and I was very tired, so I did not conclude this video, but I did take a shot of the battery percentage. And as a matter of fact, I've still not charged the phone, and right now it is 10:33 AM and the battery is at 14%. Let me quickly show you that. Oh, sorry, unlock. So 10:33 AM and 14% battery. So still going strong. That is incredible. So what's the conclusion and how was my experience with the CMF Phone 2 Pro? Before I get to that, I want to conclude the battery point. So this phone has a 5000 mAh battery, which is very good for normal usage and also for heavy usage. But with that being said, there are smartphones in this price range which have a new battery tech called as silicon carbon, and they've already gone to 7000 mAh. So good battery life, but not the best out there. So who should buy the CMF Phone 2 Pro? I think tech enthusiasts who are bored of normal generic looking smartphones can definitely go for this one, because the design is the main thing. It looks very different for the price it comes for. And the second selling point of this phone has to be the software. Clean, minimal, fast, customizable software. I would not recommend this phone for the camera or the battery or things like that. I would definitely recommend it for the software and the design. So yeah, I think you get my perspective about this smartphone. Now do let me know if you have any more questions in the comment section down below. If you like such content, then hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, because that would mean the world to me. My name is Harsh Punjabi, and I'll see you guys very soon in my next video. Bye bye.